And from what we've seen of ShazamPoof, honestly, he likes to play a very reactive style. That much seems to be very clear. Let's get this music out of here. What do you say? Boom. Alrighty. But before we get into that, let's do our player introductions. We've seen him in the last round topple Dirty Bird 2-0 in a best-of-3 series in the quarterfinals to advance to this semi-final round of the StarFleet in-house tournament for the Clan of the Confederation. It is the green Zerg player on the top of the map, ShazamPoof. And in the bottom portion of the map, the 5 o'clock position, if you will, it is a purple Protoss player who we have yet to see play today, but he has beaten both of his opponents convincingly 2-0. And in his last game, last series, he took out the president of Confederation, Mr. Crunchy himself. It is Perverted. So once again, guys, my name is Liaison, bringing you guys today's game. Most of you guys in the chat seem to be ConFed guys, so I'm sure I've seen you around in the chat. I've talked to you guys, so I'm in TeamSpeak far more often than I probably should be as far as my productivity for life is concerned. So you definitely come in there, hang out, talk to me. I'm pretty friendly guy. But either way, there's actually a very early probe scout coming out here from Perverted. But he's putting down a gateway behind this. So I'm not sure what he's looking for. He's going to see there's a hatch first. And it does get put down by ShazamPoof. Perverted isn't able to deny it. Overlay. My bad. I just noticed. Yeah, yell at me for that stuff. I know there's kind of a delay a little bit on the stream, but if you realize that I forgot Liaison, I don't know what that. There's too many vowels there. I guess Liaison has a lot of vowels. The L-I-A-I. But the gas and then the pool finishing up here as well for ShazamPoof. Again, I think that in his ideal world, he plays a reactive style here. He's going to scout with this Overlord. Has he seen anything yet? He hasn't. So this Overlord's going to come in and it's going to see the Cyber Core starting up and the gateway there. So he'll know that it's some sort of either gateway expand or aggressive one-base gateway-oriented play. But yeah, so Arlock was on VT Gaming. That's pretty cool. VT Gaming actually, again, they were really a pretty decent StarCraft 2 team in the early days of Wings of Liberty. Then they kind of fell apart. I remember when they fell apart. That was actually a pretty sad day. Who else was on VT? Let's take a peek while these queens are being built. The Zealot has popped out. It'll complete the wall here as well. Let's look at the active at disbanding roster. Yeah, so Poke Bunny, Whiplash, Spades, Huck in the early days before going to Millennium, Atero, Desro, Trump. Those are some really, really popular Wings of Liberty North American names. Trump was a huge streamer. Desro, the Panda Toss, is still streaming quite a bit. Huck, obviously, now on EG. Whiplash is still a community figure. He doesn't really play too competitively as the Nexus comes down here for Perverted. And the drones have been pulled off gas from ShazamPoof, so just a Speedling opener here from our Zerg player. We'll probably see him, again, if I know ShazamPoof, and I know he likes to generally seems to play economically friendly styles and openers. We're going to see a relatively early third base here from him. But, yeah, so, again, VT, pretty solid. I had a Stella Artosis earlier, but it was tasteless. Wow. Wow. I wish I had the power. Timeout. That's what you get for that. Anyway, a couple more gateways coming down, and a Stargate from Perverted. Stargate opener here from our Protoss player. The Sentry's going to shoo away this Overlord, but not too convincingly. It's going to hang around. Taking a look at the units tab, 27 drones, 11 more finishing up right now. That'll pretty much give him 2-base saturation here for the Zerg player. He's on one gas in his main, 1 gas in his natural here. Waiting to see if he takes any more gas. He's banked up quite a bit of minerals, and I'm very interested to see what he's going to do with them. A bunch of larvae has just dropped. Again, just really saving up for something special, it looks like. Maybe he's got a friend whose birthday it is. He wants to buy them something nice. But either way, 1 evolution chamber goes down, 12 lings in the production tab The Stargate has a Phoenix chronoing out. It's going to come over here to this popular high ground location for Overlords, and it'll see one just to the right there. Should be able to pick it off, and that's going to send a lot of these Overlords kind of scampering back home, because Shazam doesn't want to just have to spend the rest of the game building Overlords. And again, he's got a lot of minerals here. I'm still not sure what he's going to do with them. There goes the third hatchery coming down from Reserve Player. A little bit later than I thought it was going to, again, because he just had all this minerals for so long. But the layer has just started as well. 3 Gate 2 Void Ray. I don't know if that's a build. I think he's just getting Phoenixes for air control, for map control, to lift things off, to do some general harassment. And Phoenixes are just generally really useful over the course of the game for a Protoss player because of Graviton Beam. They can literally take units out of a fight. It's pretty useful. Pretty useful ability. And there is some stuff, obviously, that can be used to deal with them, but ShazamPoof's Overlords are being found here. This one is trying to make a beeline for the corner of the map. We'll see if he makes it. We'll keep you posted. These Phoenixes are heading for it. Uh-oh. This is going to be epic. Here we go. Are they going to see it? Oh, come on. Oh, this Overlord lives. Hero Overlord. Hero, hero, hero Overlord. You did it, man. You did it. These Phoenixes are looking. Uh-oh. They smell blood in the water. Here they come. Here they come. Oh, no, they found him. No! 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 Behind this. Anyway. Sorry, guys. Didn't work for you in our tournament game. Oh, trash talk coming out in the chat. Got it. Hydralisk Den coming out from ShazamPoof. This is actually a build that I've seen him at least talk about. I've talked to him about it before. He likes to do this against Protoss. It is a Ling Hydra build where you just you kind of get 3 base saturation relatively quickly, and then you just poop out Hydras and Lings, and you walk across, and you deal pretty easily with your opponent if they're teching, which Perverted is doing here. I wonder, has he seen this Hydra Den? No, but he's getting Colossi, which obviously are good. We have 8 Overlords in the production tab for the Zerg player. I think he's just overproducing them because the Phoenixes have been so productive as far as well, certainly not killing drones. They're just hanging out over here. But he's going to kill a couple more Overlords here, more Hydras in the production tab. If he can group these Hydras, he'll certainly deter these Phoenixes from ever coming back to his base. In the meantime, some Lings coming over here. Are they going to be able to get some of these sentries? Some good force fields here. Actually save these sentries. That was very nicely played by Perverted. These Phoenixes are going to come in now. They're going to take a couple of shots. Only armor damage from the Spore Crawler. The Hydras are going to come in now. 1 Phoenix is going to go down. Is a second one going to fall? It will. A third one being poked away. It will fall. Another one in the... Oh, this is... Perverted. Perverted. You forgot about your entire army. So 1 Phoenix lives with 9 health. I'm not sure where his attention was, but it was clearly not there. He's trying to take an early third base, and, well, ShazamPoof is really just going to attack. This is very much a timing attack. The missiles will probably finish. It should finish, actually, during the attack, maybe a little bit after. Thank you, Tenchender. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. But they're going to come around the left side of the map to try and avoid at least the brunt of the Zerg army. These Lings are going to super sneakily walk by over here. He's going to see it is Perverted. And now in come the Lings. There is a Colossi here, but this is, you know, it's actually not as big of an army as I thought. There are actually more Hydras trailing behind here. They're going to come forward. They're going to pick off, are they going to pick off the Mothership Core? They will before anything happens. There's a full health, full energy Mothership Core that just went down basically for free. In come the Lings trying to do damage to these sentries, but they are going to pretty easily kill them off with the help of the Colossi. This Colossi already has 6 kills here, and I don't think ShazamPoof is really going to be able to penetrate too far just because of, again, lots of sentries. Losing that Mothership Core actually really hurts. That would have really helped Perverted as the game moves on, especially there. Just something simple like a Photon Overcharge just immediately nullifies the attack for quite a while. But 28 more Lings in the production tab. What are the upgrades that we've got right now? It's 0-1 and 1-1. So he has 1 missile upgrade, and he's droning up behind this. So he's realizing that his window to attack has probably... he's going to get pooped on, to turn the phrase Liaison has created. Did I really say that? I didn't even realize that I said that. That's really professional, right? I think that's a technical term. No, I said he was going to poop out units. I think that's what it was, because that's what Zerg doesn't like. They don't like build, right? Like they just kind of like. That's the sound they make. Like that's like the hatching sound. So anyway, there's a lot of Colossi coming out, and the Roach Warren and Spire. Well, those are, again, reactive plays, and again, I think ShazamPoof is actually at his best when he's playing a reactive style. This was a calculated build that he likes to do. It was it wasn't maybe as crisp as he might hold himself up to the standards of having it, but if that makes sense, if that's a correct English sentence. If it's not, you still know what I mean. 8 more Overlords in the production tab. He's also supply blocked himself several times today in this game alone. He started his 2-2 upgrades, though. The Spire is finishing, and he's got 1,700 minerals and gas banked up. This is basically enough for 18 mutas if he wants to. Corruptors might be a solid option as well. We'll see what he ends up making. It's going to be 12 Corruptors coming out here against... let's take a look. There's only 5 Stalkers and 9 Sentries. There's 3 Colossi. There's a Void Ray as well, and Stalkers being warped in to try to help out. The Corruptors are a solid choice here. They're going to really help him out, but he is getting the missile attack upgrades, so these Hydras will help him do some damage. These Lings are not going to do too much, and these Lings get trapped here. They get nothing for their sacrifice. The Protoss army is really doing a nice job. Dark Green. I know, especially saying things like pooped on in an WCS Premier League cast. I'm pretty sure Blizzard would love me for my professionalism and my extensive vocabulary. But here's a big engagement coming out, about equal in supplies, but great force fields section off a lot of these Roaches. The Colossi being focused down by the Corruptors, but a lot of Stalkers, a lot of Sentries remain here for the Protoss player. ShazamPoof has Roaches coming out, though. The force fields are running out. The Sentries being targeted down. They will not be around for any future engagements, and ShazamPoof is going to drop back a little bit. Again, floating a lot of resources here. He has a lot of energy on his Queens. As he's going to use some of it here. He does a round of injects and a lot of Blink Stalkers. 1-1 upgrades plus 2 weapons just now starting. Blink is about 50 seconds away, so we're not going to see it just yet. This base was taken down, but a 3rd base has already been built for ShazamPoof. For a 4th base, this base has been killed off and denied. A War Prism comes into the main base with some Zealots, and well, the harassment is going to ensue. Wonder if he's going to warp in. He is going to warp in. Holy smokes, Warp Prism. 10 more Zealots coming out. The Hive is halfway done. These Stalkers are going to come around. The Stalkers are going to come around the bottom portion of the map. They are going to focus down this hatchery, which is not long for this world. The Zealots in the main base are being targeted down by Roaches, but they're doing a pretty good job of trading because these Roaches are not being microed very well here or at all by ShazamPoof. There's only 3 or 4 of them left in the main base. Corruptor casts whatever that Corruptor ability is. It's called Corruption. That's why they're Corruptor's Liaison. My God, who is this guy? Who hired this guy, huh? I have no idea. Why did they? What? They must have just had nobody else. Anyway, this Mothership Core has done a really nice job of sitting by the 3rd base, gathering up its energy, waiting for the call from Perverted, saying that he's needed. And did I really say ShazamPoof? There's no way. No way. There's no way I said that. That's a lie. That is that's borderline libel. I could have you sued, Tenshender. But I won't. No way. No way, Jose. No way, Tenshender. Jose rhymes better. Anyway, this army is moving out for Perverted. It's a pretty formidable army, actually. Blink Stalkers, some Sentries, and a whole bunch of Archons. They're going to be like, hey man, you can't rebuild this base. They are going to kill it off. It cannot be canceled. A couple of drones will pay the price as well. Some Roaches trying to come over here. They realize how much army there is here, and they immediately turn around. A huge supply lead for Perverted. The Stalkers are being blunked. That is the past tense of blinked, according to me on this stream. The Void Ray goes down by the Corruptors, but there is a huge supply lead for the Protoss player. That's what happens when you are waiting for a Spire to finish that you never built. That explains a lot from ShazamPoof. So, at the end, Perverted comes out on top.